Right, we're on. Today, how do we drive the golf ball straight? What a fantastic question. Right, we're on. Engage. Sounds a little bit crazy.
Those flowers are lovely, aren't they? It happens.
What does it involve?
Let's make it tight and tough. Look at that. Brutal.
Technical? I don't think so. You'll reduce your handicap. Two small things.
Everybody on tour does it, but it's not that hard.
I think you'll enjoy it.
It's going to be quite intense though.
How do we drive the golf ball straight? Everybody wants to hit more fairways. Moe Norman, who was one of the best ball strikers ever, so many golf professionals stopped to watch him hit golf balls. He was that good. There's something he did within his golf swing or within his practice that ensured he hit the golf ball straight every time, every single time. Look at that, nice high straight shot. That's still in the air. Wow. And driver is obviously the one we want to hit the straightest. That's going to set up the hole, set up everything that's going on. As it's the first shot, obviously that is the setup. So we need to get this driver to go in a straight line towards intended target. Now, what we'll do is we will finish off with a couple of shots down the line, but right now we're going to focus on what Moe Norman did. Now, Moe Norman mentioned that he focuses on a spot 22 inches past the golf ball. So that's effectively 5, 10, 15, 22. 22 inches past the golf ball, he focuses on a spot. Now, that spot, let me just move this out of the way so you can see. That spot is down my target line by 22 inches. Now that's a long way, that's 4 club heads, that's roughly 5 inches your club head width. He focuses on that spot there. Now, what does that even mean? What is he doing? Well, he said that he can hold the blade squarer for longer. He holds the blade squarer for longer. Now the blade is the leading edge of your golf club. It applies to driver as well. It's just the word blade, we more reference that with an iron. So, Moe stands here, sets himself up. We know Moe starts back here at times. When he starts back there, his right shoulder is already turned. So I did a video on 12 inches back and 3 inches in, which set the shoulders already in the motion. But he holds the blade squarer for longer through impact. And he feels as though, you'll see the video footage on the screen just now, he feels as though through impact, when he gets to there, his face is still square to his intended target.
I stayed with the shot. I stayed with it.
And what would be a bad thing, to pull away from it?
Or
stand up out of it?
Now that's incredible. That's really, really cool stuff. So he feels as though he holds that blade, that leading edge, square to target for a lot longer, for 22 inches past impact. Now, is that even possible? And what is that actually doing? Well, let's think about this. I'm going to pop a tee here. Let's move this out of the way. And a tee here, which is going to help me with the club path. So I'm effectively going to swing through that little gate just now. I'm going to go through that gate, which is going to help with path. Now I can now visualise my club face being square at impact because it's in line with the ball and the 2 tees. And then I want to hold that forever. Now, what did that do that made Moe Norman so accurate? Well, it allowed the body to work. So the body now turns. The body now turns there, comes through. It's the body that has to turn to leave that club face square 22 inches past of what he feels. This is just a feeling, he's probably here somewhere, but he feels 22 inches past that the face is square. Now the body's turned. Okay, if the body never turned, he would not get the club face on top of that tee for a start. His path would be across, so he'd come through the tees at an angle. He would get flippy. There's no way, if no body turns, if I turn to there's no way I can even get out there. I have to get the body to work, so it becomes much more pivot driven. Much more pivot driven, so on the way through, the arms and hands are quieter and the body turns to get to there, there, there. Gotta love the crank driver. That was incredible. That felt great. there's a bit more to it. You will probably gain more distance from this because you're now using larger muscles. You're now using the muscles of your chest, your torso, your thighs, your glutes. You're using your muscles instead of hands and arms. There, all the body turns to get to there. All this power. I've no muscles. My wrists aren't that strong. If my body's not getting through, I've got that. Whereas now I've got all this there. And it also prevents early extension. So if you early extend or stand up during the shot, because your club's coming in the way, coming through the tees at an angle, you're going to stand up. Whereas with Moe Norman, again, you can see that from the video, he is there. And there's no way he is standing up. He is there, there, there. And of course, the ball flight's much straighter because the face is squarer for longer through a path, through the tees, through the gate. The face is squarer for longer. The body's working. That's incredibly good. Let's take a little view down the line and see how good that actually is. So I'm set. I have my 1, 2 tees. That's my gate for my path. Now they're a long way apart. They're 2 club heads apart, but it's a visual. It's encouraging me to get that path. If I go through these gates here, nice and uniform, I'm going to get more on top of this tee here. So those tees there are purely a gate to try and feel club face square. I can see it address club face is square with 1, 2, 3, so it's square. 90 degrees to that is my 22-inch forward golf tee. There. Great. Up. I'm turning to get to there. Turning to get to there. There's no standing. I'm turning to get to there. Beautiful. Look at that. Nice high straight shot. That's still in the air. Wow. Look at that. Nice high straight shot. That's still in the air. Wow. So much fun. Now it's obviously Moe Norman's a golfing machine guy. So a lot of the dynamics of Moe Norman's swing is pivot driven. So it's the body turning, so it's pivot driven, which squares the club face up. If it's hands and arms, then the club face, there's a lot of rotation, lots of things can go wrong standing up, whereas he is just pivot, turn, 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 turn. Really good. Let me line this up perfectly. That was a great shot, that last one. There, there, through the gate with body turn to hold the face square for 22 inches past impact. Hit it a little from the toe, that was me. Had a weird swing thought there. I thought, let's make sure this is good because the camera's in that position. That is not the way to play golf. Okay. Again. So I hit that from the toe. So the toe strike made the ball go left. The path was still good and the face was still good, but it's where I hit the location in the face. So I could move these tees slightly closer together to ensure a more central strike. Just one shot. There. It's just split the fairway. Absolutely split the fairway. It's just split the fairway. Absolutely split the fairway. Good, eh? Now, watch this. So I have popped myself onto the edge of the tee. I don't want to take a divot from the tee. If you get this working for you, which I'm sure you will. Am I in the sunlight? Can you see me? I'm sure you will. If you can imagine that club face staying square, impact for 22 inches after, how good's your shot game going to be? So from maybe 60 yards to 10 yards up to 60 yards, that little shot there, up through the gate and leaving face squarer for longer, takes the arms out like Jason Day, dead arms, and becomes a rotational action and your short game will become absolutely pure. So you're there, down hit ball, 22 inches past, before any release or anything happens, you want to feel as though that is the case. Now dynamically things change, but if you've got that feeling, you've given yourself a huge advantage. 22 inches past, face still square, straight little ball flight, 50 yards. That will really improve your short game. Even though we're not here to talk about short game, that will improve your short game. Guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for hitting the like button. Did we get to 2,000 likes on this video? Time will tell. And now hopefully you can hit driver a lot straighter. Basically keeping that face square for longer through a structured routine though, understanding how you do that and why you do that. And if you meet in the middle because you can't exaggerate to 22 inches past, that is perfect. That is what Moe Norman did. You think about back in the day, Moe Norman talked about what he feels. Nowadays we have Trackman, we can see exactly what's happening compared to the feel. So if you feel as though you're 22 inches past with a square face like Moe Norman, and you're actually like 4 or 5 inches past, which is more realistic, perfect. Exaggerate that action, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.